Alright, welcome back to Dinopedia. Remember to like if you like and subscribe if you really like it. And we're going to be talking about the Baryonyx today from Ark Survival Ascended and talking about my new game Dino World. Alright, so the schedule, as always, we're going to be talking about the Ark Survival Baryonyx, some tips and tricks for how to deal with it and how to use it in combat or its behavior and sorts like that. We're going to also be talking about potential add-ons that could be added on to the creature to make it more unique in Ark Survival Ascended. And of course, we're going to be talking about reworks for my new game, Dino World. Alright, so looking at the Ark Survival Ascended Baryonyx, we have, of course, it's in the Animalia Kingdom. Group is Reptilian because it's a reptile, and description is Sucus because it is a simple and sleek Sucus, member of the Sucus species, which includes the Spinosaurus. Traits are, it's amphibious, it can submerge and stay submerged underwater for long periods of time, and it is faster in water than on land, which is a very key component of its skill set. Alright, so the stats, of course, these are base stats, so level 1 stats, obviously all stats increase every time it gains a level. Its health is 440, stamina 325, oxygen 225, food and water 2250 each, weight 325, melee 3525, speed 4 meters per second, swimming speed a little bit faster because as we saw before, it's faster in water than on land, is 4.5 meters per second, and torpor is obviously 400. Alright, so some tips. Of course, it has a secondary tail spin attack that knocks back creatures and stuns them temporarily, so obviously a very useful attack if it's attacked by multiple creatures or just wants to stun them before killing them. Number 2 does bonus damage to swamp and river creatures such as the other crocs, piranhas, snakes, etc. And number 3, players can mine underwater nodes such as oil nodes and silica pearls while riding Baryonyxes, so very useful both underwater and in swamp areas. Using this, you can use this stunning tail spin attack to attack mantas while taming a Balosaurus. As you know, Balosaurus, you have to tame it by doing an underwater minigame. But once you're doing that underwater task, mantas will swarm in and try and kill you while you're near the Balosaurus. So if you are on a Baryonyx, just, lure the mantas away a little bit, use the steel ton attack, and then kill all the mantas while trying to tame the Balosaurus. And then number 2, it's an excellent caving mount, using its jumping, skinny hitbox to fit through the small crevices of caves, and land aquatic travel to breeze through most caves. Of course, you won't work for the ice cave on the island specifically, because that cave opening is too small for even the Baryonyx to fit through. But for most other caves, it's the best tame for the most part. Alright, so additional qualities I'd like them to add on, potential add-ons in the future. Wall climbing, able to climb cave walls, leap from ledges, and lunge out of the water. I think that'd be a plus. I also think that it should have a lunge breach attack, so when it's submerged in water, similar to how a shark ambushes seals by breaching upward, they're able to lunge up and out and upwards from the water. Similar to like if you're in a raft and your raft goes over them, they can breach, lunge, and jump onto the raft and kill you if you don't have the defenses. I think that'd make them cool and make it a little more scary, and make them a little bit more scary, even though they pretty much already pretty intimidating. They're pretty much a freaking crocodile that can stand on its hind legs and basically swipe at you with its dangerous claws. Alright, so this is the Ark Survival Baryonyx. As we've been looking at in our images, we can see it here compared to the Jurassic World evolution of Baryonyx. I think that the Ark one has some qualities that are better. I think the Jurassic World one is a little bit more scary when it comes to like the pattern and shape of it. Obviously, it was very scary in the movies as well. I think it does work out. I do think the Ark head shape is better, and I do think the claws are more pronounced because Baryonyx did have long claws. So I do think a better hybrid of these two is more perfect for the design choice. Getting onto my design choice, basically it's the same as the Ark one, but with a better color scheme, similar to the Jurassic World model, where it's darker on top and lighter on bottom. Of course, it's bigger than a human, as always, and it does have a more pronounced head shape, similar to the Ark mod, so it is basically just a hybrid form of the Ark one with the head shape and the longer claws still available, but still using the darker pattern on top, lighter pattern on bottom of the Jurassic World Evolution 2 model. So looking at the Baryon from Dino World, obviously there's two types. There's a normal Baryon, wild and tame dino variant, and the mutated Baryon, the product of two tame Baryons and a gene computer when breeding. So of course it's still in the Animalia kingdom, mammals, reptiles, fish, birds, etc. And also it is not in the group birds. No, it's in the reptiles. All right, so I don't know why that's there. Okay, it's in the group reptilian, and the class is theropods. Theropods include, rexes, gigas, and spinos, but theropods do branch out into their other qualities. So you have the family for the Baryonyx. The Baryon in this specific instance is the Suchus family, which includes the Suchomimus, the head of the family, the Sarcosuchus, which is where crocodiles and alligators get their ancestry from, and of course the mighty Spinosaurus from Jurassic World 3. Alright, so the stats from Dino World are very similar to Ark, however, I have changed a little bit of each. So the health is increased from 440 to 450, the stamina and oxygen are both increased by 25 to 350 and 250 respectively. Food and water is decreased slightly to 2200 instead of 2250. Weight is increased from 325 to 350, and melee is reduced slightly to 30-20 for 30 for the base bite attack and 20 for the tailspin attack. Land speed has not been increased, however swimming has been increased to 5 meters per second instead of 4.5 meters per second, still faster than being on land, and torpor has increased from 400 to 500, and obviously has a fortitude of 0. Alright, so additional traits, it has wall climbing, as we talked about before, as possible add-on, and it has a new secondary attack. It still has the tailspin attack, but it also has a leap attack, able to lunge forward and tackle an enemy creature as another secondary attack option. Basically, it's just a leap attack forward, lunge at a predator, and just basically a jump forward ability. And of course, fish catcher. So Baryonyxes were fish eaters, visivores, if you want to think about it that way. So I think that they should be used to catch fish more efficiently. So they should be able to catch sunfish underwater and deal ×3 damage to small and medium fish. So obviously this does not apply to megalodons or ledocysts, but it does apply to coelacanths, dunkleosteus, salmon, and of course piranhas, which are the worst fish to find in the swamp, let's be honest. Alright, so to wrap up this video, we'll be talking about the Dino World spawns on the main map Europa. Of course, blue stands for guaranteed, green stands for very likely, yellow stands for few to likely, orange stands for rare, red stands for very rare, and purple stands for dead. So if we look at the biomes, we have the swamp, where it is very likely to find baryons. As you can see, this is the entire swamp biome here. It's very likely to find baryons in the swamp biome. And then rivers, it is rare, but you can still find them. So we have a river here, adding from the swamp to the northern canyon. We have a river here going through the Great Plains into the desert canyon. And then we have a small river here leading from the swamp all the way to Volcano Bay. So there's 3 rivers that you can find them rarely on, but you can still find them. But most likely you want to go to the swamp because it's very likely to find them there. Alright, so that's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like it. Comment down below your thoughts. Let me know how you guys are doing and how you guys are thinking about watching the new Jurassic World movie, and how you guys are liking Ark Survival Ascended compared to Ark Survival Evolved. Remember, as always, have a blessed day, and of course, toodaloo!